All right, what's good, y'all? It's another one of that Say So gang. Mr. Say So, I'm back. All right, so now today we are doing a review on a video that was sent to me of a guy named Individualist on Instagram. And he's a gay guy. He makes similar content to mine. Someone wanted me to react to this, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So let's go ahead and get right on into it. I'm about to press play now. Let's go.
Hola, happy holidays, and excuse my ashy ass hands. But do you know why 90% of new gay relationships fail in the first month? Because there's always one insecure person in the relationship who is too intimidated by their partner's past. So, do you let it be known, hey, I used to fuck around with him? Or do you allow him to hear it from the streets? Because at this point, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Why my hands is ashy? The gay dating pool is extremely small. It is inevitable that you will run into someone that your new partner used to fuck on. And oftentimes in your inner circle, there's usually someone in there that you used to fuck around with that's going to be around your partner. So tell me, how do you handle a situation like this? Do you need to know every single person that I've dealt with, or is this none of your concern? Would you like to be introduced as my new partner to someone I used to date with who is now my associate? Or what about when you guys go out together to the club and then you hug multiple people and then your partners want to know the origin of these relationships? Now you caused the scene, leaving the club all upset because you feel like your partner has fucked half the club already. Is that going to erase some red flags and make you insecure in the future? I mean, what you thought he was doing before you came along, sitting and waiting on you? The truth of the matter is this: you cannot control what your partner did before you. And you cannot hold them to a high standard of going through a whore phase because most of us have done it. And getting to know someone who lacks dating in the gay dating scene is almost impossible. And remember, he's with you now. That's all that matters.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that was some bogus ass shit right there. Uh. Let me go ahead and unpack that real quick. I am rolling up real quick, so bear with me. But all right. So just to recap on what he basically said was that you're going to. So basically, a lot of he said that most relationships in the gay community are failing because of one reason that he just stated is because you niggas get intimidated because they don't like seeing you around other people that you done messed around with, or they have to keep running into people that you messed around with, and basically saying that we've all been some hoes and we've all done hookup culture, so it should just be second nature and all this other stuff. Okay. Or it just comes along with the territory, I guess. All right, so what I'm gonna say about this is this to me this modern day society agenda to get everyone to accept that we all a bunch of equal hoes who should accept each other for who we are, and it doesn't matter what your body count, what your history, what your past is, what diseases you have, what you identify as. All that should just be included and accepted, right? Well, I'm sorry to break it to y'all, but that's La La Land fairy world, okay? That's not this world that we live in. I do agree that we should be moving more in towards a more accepting lifestyle and a more accepting society, but acceptance does not come along with everything. You're never going to be able to accept everything as an individual, or as a society isn't going to be able to accept everything either. So I get his point, but to me, it more so is saying I want to be accepted for being a hoe. I want to be accepted for being loose. I don't want to be judged for my past. We've all done it. I find a lot of gay guys do this a lot, or a lot of guys, period, people, period. Whenever they're lesser than, or whenever they feel lesser than, or when they know that what they do or their standard is not the actual standard in society or the most common standard, they try to downplay everyone else and try to make everyone else fit into the same box as them, basically stating that basically he was like, you can't get past it because everybody's gotten into this culture and done hookup culture. So it's like, if you're trying to have a high standard of a guy not being a hoe, well then you're basically, you're tripping and shit. And see, this is the mindset that I'm here to go against anyway. No, as gay black men, bisexual men, we are not all just a bunch of hoes. We're not just destined to be hoes. We don't have to accept polyamorous relationships if we don't want to. We have the ability to have monogamous relationships. We can have a traditional lifestyle. And I'm gonna stop saying the word traditional because I see that word is just frowned upon. But basically, we can also have the white picket fence as well, in the family and all that as well. You know what I'm saying? It's out here happening. So I don't agree with the statement because it is a cop out for doing and practicing self love and safe sex and just morality. Like, I'm sick of gay community with this opposition against morality. Like, it's like that's what I really get from gay people is most of the time is that they don't agree with morality. They don't want no morals placed on them. They don't want no standards placed on them. They want to be able to be out here and live free. And that, to me, should stop at being accepted for your sexuality. We don't have to accept every single last thing. The world doesn't have to accept every single last characteristic about you. You know what I'm saying? And I don't agree with the fact that he believes that men should accept things that we don't want to. We don't have to accept you if we don't want to, bro. Straight up. Like, we don't have to accept that you're a hoe and you got loose ass and you've been out here passed around throughout the city, whatever city you in. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to accept that you want to assume everyone else is out here fucking out of their, draws like you are. And also, because, that's just not true. That's not a fact. Everybody's not a hoe. Now, the majority is. So I get where he's saying. I get where he's going with it. But that's the point. I don't want no majority nigga no way. So I feel like if you want somebody, basically, y'all, you gotta like weed throughout these niggas and find somebody that's a compatibility with you and somebody who fits your standards and stuff. These these spread over across the board standards that everybody should go by is just bullshit and it's manipulation. Like, let me play that one more time just so that I can really understand more of what he was saying.
Hola, happy holidays, and excuse my ashy ass hands. But do you know why 90% of new gay relationships fail in the first month? Because there's always one insecure person in a relationship who is too intimidated by their partner's past. So, do you let it be known, hey, I used to fuck around with him?
Alright, so first let me dissect that part. That is not intimidation. Y'all gay folks got that shit bad. Every time somebody don't agree with your shit or don't want to fuck with you or accept what you got going on, y'all call them intimidated. Let me tell y'all something. There is such thing as people just not liking it. There is such thing as people just not fucking with it. There is such thing as people who just don't agree with the lifestyle. There is certain people who just don't want a hoe. It's not about intimidation. Intimidation is something that scares you from something because it could be healthy or negative, but at the end of the day, this isn't an intimidation. This is a preference. This is not a everybody has to accept it, and if you don't, you're intimidated. And it doesn't make them insecure either. A man not wanting you to be a hoe, a man not wanting somebody who's been loose and out here in the streets like that does not make them insecure. Y'all gotta stop like attacking people for not accepting you. That's all that he just did right there. This is what a lot of gay men do. A lot of flamboyant gay men, especially, I noticed this. When they're not accepted, they try to belittle everybody when they just not accepted. You know what I'm saying? It's, oh, they'll talk about your clothes, your outfit, the way you look, your personality, how much money you got, your class. Like, they'll go anywhere just to, because you're poking at their heartstrings, so they're trying to poke at yours. Or you might not even be poking at theirs, but just the fact that you don't accept them, just because you don't want to fuck them, just because you don't want to be in a relationship with them, or because you just want to fuck them and don't want to be in a relationship with them, they'll throw these little jabs like that. When what y'all need to accept is that, and realizing and come up to maturity level to understand that everybody's not gonna accept you and everybody doesn't have to accept you, and everybody is not a hoe like you. And let me go ahead and keep playing what he's saying.
Or do you allow him to hear it from the streets? Because at this point, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Why are my hands?
So basically, do you tell the nigga if you're a hoe or not, or if you got a past, or if you got friends that you done fucked around with? See, this is this on the scene gay nigga shit that I don't fuck with. This is why I don't be on the scene like that, because this is the standards that they go through in their mind. It's like, okay, when I bring a guy around, he's gonna have to accept that I've slept around with my friend and this other guy that's in the circle and stuff. He don't gotta accept shit. That's what y'all don't get. Y'all should actually take it upon yourself to take some more accountability and actually understand that the decisions that you make in your life will trigger to other decisions and also other outcomes. You got to understand that what you do and how you walk around here in this world is going to affect you. It's going to have an impact on you. Quit acting like y'all motherfuckers get to walk around here and fuck out of each draw leg, nigga, and be a hoe or whatever, and then think, oh, now someone's gonna love me, someone's gonna find me and love me, and I'm gonna be accepted for who I am because, you know, I'm a beautiful person and all this other shit. Let me tell you, there's a bunch of us beautiful motherfuckers out here, outside on and on the inside. But what you need to realize is that this world goes off, it's a statistical world. It's judgmental. You can't have this la la land mindset to believe that, okay, that's like, okay, if I was to sit here and be like, all right, you know what? It's okay that I have been a hoe, even though now let's say like I'm 30 now, right? Let's say I was a hoe from, 18 all the way up until now. And now that I'm ready to be in a relationship, and now that I want somebody to take me serious, I expect for a person to come along and treat me like I'm this great person just because I know that I am, because I've done so much for people. I've been giving, I've been loving, I'm, generous, I'm caring, I'm empathetic, all this other shit. That they're not gonna even find that out, and because this is the part that's gonna stop them right here. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. Your looks, how you carry yourself. I'm just keeping a G with you. All right, you might not want to hear this shit. Your social construction, your crowd of people you around, all that shit. Your lifestyle, your day-to-day shit is the first part that a nigga is paying attention to. He ain't gonna be able to find out that you a good person, that you this and you that, and you got all these other qualities and traits about you, because guess what? All that shit is gonna stop him right there at the fucking door. And see, what y'all do is, this is why a lot of narcissistic shit exists now. This is what love bombing comes in. Y'all know that a nigga won't accept y'all for this shit, so what y'all do is y'all try to hide it, act like it's not a part of who you are, and then when this nigga finds out 3, 5, 6 months later, oh, why come you done fucked all the niggas you've been friends with, huh? You said you wasn't out, like you said you wasn't getting down like that. Oh, why all of a sudden now you hanging out with your ex? I thought you said you blocked him on everything. I thought you said y'all wasn't cool no more. It's like, this is the shit that niggas don't want to deal with. This is baggage. And y'all want niggas to accept y'all's baggage, but y'all won't even accept a nigga for minuscule shit half the time, most of y'all, but want a nigga to accept your dirty, filthy ass past. And nigga, don't nobody have to. You need to not be a hoe. That's what we be trying to say. Y'all think that we be saying that because we want to control y'all? No, we be saying that because that's where the value of you comes in on. And it really does fuck with you spiritually. Y'all don't understand. It's deeper than just a physical loose hole. Nigga, y'all be fucked up. When you've ever given some niggas a chance that done been out there like that, you will understand what I'm talking about. These niggas be demented. I think all them dicks and all that different sperm and shit all up inside y'all be fucking y'all up. And y'all don't be realizing that. It goes way further than just the fact that you've experienced shit and you've had fun and you've had sex. Like, we've all done that. But like I'm trying to tell y'all, as a receiver of penetration, as a bottom especially, nigga, you're gonna get fucking judged. You're gonna get frowned upon, period. Y'all trying to create this world where that's not existing, and I'm trying to tell y'all, I'm not trying to let the shit go down, and I hope nobody else want the shit to go down. I don't want to live in a world like that. Okay, and real shit to tops, this also applies to us as well. All right, you cannot be going around here fucking on everybody in your circle, nigga. I'm a top too. I got bottom friends, feminine friends, trans friends that I ain't never smashed. And we cool like that because we never smash. You cannot go around here fucking the people that's in your immediate group of your friends and shit. You gotta have a real community. This is not, there's a difference between a community and a fucking brothel, bro. I mean, I don't understand another way to put it. A bathhouse, brothel, a bunch of gay niggas hanging out and fucking on each other, but then y'all hanging out, going out to clubs together. Y'all just changing it into, y'all just reforming the shit. It's the same thing. Choose people who are gonna be your friends, and they don't need to just be feminine niggas that you're not attracted to, and that's the only reason why you're able to be their friend. Be able to be friend with masculine niggas that are attractive as well. That's how you'll learn that you're a real person. Because if you're only able to be friends with niggas that you're not attracted to, and then this is the only reason why this is happening. Y'all fucking these niggas because y'all attracted to them, and then y'all realize later, oh, we don't have no connection. We just on some friend shit. Keep them around as a friend in your circle, and then when you get another dude, and then you introduce him, and then you wondering why it's a problem. Everybody don't, first of all, you're doing it for your ego. You're trying to pin this nigga up against all these niggas that you done fucked around with to analyze his shit and clock this nigga T. Let's keep it G. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be having some hidden agendas and some ugly ass motives that a lot of niggas can sense. They don't want to be around niggas that you done fucked around with. It ain't got nothing to do with the fact that you think that this is a friendship and that you've created a friendship after you fuck somebody because you a hoe and you can't help but fuck niggas that you were attracted to right off the rip. So you can't even get to know these niggas to know, oh yeah, he fine, but this nigga ain't shit. Oh yeah, he fine, but this nigga dick little or something. You don't even know nothing because you done already fucked the nigga. That's promoting whole culture. That's promoting hookup culture. I'm not standing for none of that he just said. Y'all want to take all the responsibility off of y'all and put it onto everybody else. No, don't be a hoe. Don't be promiscuous. Don't be a slut. See, y'all's mamas and daddies couldn't tell y'all this because they was too busy being homophobic. But I'm here to tell y'all, y'all do have standards as well. Gay people, everybody has standards as well on them. Just because you don't want to accept the standards, just because you want to say, just because we was able to say, fuck y'all, we gonna live our truth and we gonna be ourselves and we gonna love each other, that has nothing to fucking do with saying, yeah, we gonna be some hoes and we gonna do this and we gonna do that and y'all can't judge us. That's not the same. There's a difference between freedom and wanting to be accepted for just any fucking thing. I can't just go out here and shoot somebody and expect motherfuckers to accept me, and I just went and just did something without no real reason and then hurt somebody. Y'all are hurting people. Y'all think y'all just innocent. Y'all think y'all not hurting nobody by just out here doing this fun fucking and shit. Y'all are actually hurting people. Y'all hurt niggas' feelings, making them feel worthless when you fuck niggas and don't call them back. All that shit. It don't matter if they are top or bottom, all kinds of shit. There's a hella domino effects that is affected by what he just said. It's sucking all the empathy and the heart out of niggas. How y'all gonna even get in a relationship if all you've been doing is fucking all your life? I'm gonna continue to play what he's saying real quick.
The gay dating pool is extremely small. It is inevitable that you will run into someone that your new partner used to fuck on. And oftentimes in your inner circle, there's usually someone in there that you used to fuck around with that's going to be around your partner. So tell me, how do you handle a situation like this? Do you need to know every single person that I've dealt with, or is this none of your concern? Would you like to be introduced as my new partner to someone I used to date with who is now my associate? Or what about when you guys go out together to the club and then you hug multiple people and then your partners want to know the origin of these relationships? Now you've caused the
See, Everything he just said will turn off a real nigga. I'm not about to deal with all that shit. What is you talking about? You want to have me around niggas that you done fucked with? And better yet, what? Yeah, see, there's just certain things about the gay community I just can't go. I can't fuck with y'all. Like, nah, y'all. There's a normalization of weird shit to me. Nah, bro. I don't want to. It has nothing to do with like intimidation or any of that. I don't want to. Nobody wants to deal with this, bro. Like, we want niggas who got their friends, their family, they got their social group, their community, whatever you want to call it. But it needs to be a what's that word when there's no sex or anything involved? Uh Platonic. It needs to be platonic, bro. Y'all want to be accepted for the weirdest of shit. This is what I like noticed when I was watching Noah's Ark. I'm like, no, like hell no. Like, what are y'all doing? I actually went through this in New York when I had fucked with. So, all right, real quick little story time. A guy that I was messing with in Atlanta, we ended up still talking. We had broke up, stopped talking, and he moved to New York, and he ended up flying me out to New York. I kicked it with him in New York for like a week. We did everything, had such a blast. Like, went up on the Eiffel Tower, not Eiffel. I'm fucking tripping. Um, the Empire State Building and shit. Like, we went on this boat thing, all kinds of shit. Like, we had hella fun, right? But anyway, we went to the club, and he had all these niggas like on his shit. But right before we went out, he was always talking about how he ain't been out in so long. He don't go out. He don't be on the scene. He don't be doing this. He don't be doing that. Right. All of a sudden, we get out here to this club, and it's like everybody knew who this nigga was. And like he had niggas all on his nuts and shit. And at the time, what bothered me, what he don't realize, because I left that club, I left that nigga there, went and kicked it with another nigga in Harlem or some shit. Like, I was done with that nigga after that, because it's not about the fact that, like, okay, we know that niggas be out getting around, niggas be on niggas nuts. You might have hella niggas on your nuts. That's cool. I do the same. I'm not tripping off of that. What the problem was is that you lied. You said that you don't go out here and do all this. You don't be on this scene like that, but you do though. You obviously be on this scene. And your ego getting stroked by seeing me get upset about the shit. And you thinking that I'm upset because these niggas is on your nuts, but really I'm upset because you fucking catfish me, nigga. I would have never came out here to this club if I knew that you was out here like that on this scene. Because I don't want to be around that. You know what I'm saying? So everybody needs to realize that, like, first talk to the dude and understand what kind of community is he like, what kind of crowds of people does he like. If he doesn't like what you like, you can't force him into your community like that. And I feel like a lot of y'all feel like it has to be that way or it's not a real relationship, but that's because y'all are too endowed with uh the gay community's societal norms. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to have your dude around all your friends because they bring their dude around, but like you know damn well that there's a lot of drama that is entailed with that. These niggas is always trying to holler at each nigga y'all bring around. Y'all can't keep no nigga to yourself. Y'all basically feeding y'all's friends new niggas when y'all bring niggas around. Like, there's no loyalty in this shit. The only time that y'all should be doing that is if it's like a close friendship, like circle of people who have like it's supposed to be your friends, and then they supposed to have niggas that they bring around. You should not be having niggas stuck in the crew that you done fucked around with or that they like type. You shouldn't have that going on. Like, that's not friendships, y'all. Those are fuck buddies that y'all have kept around in y'all's community. That's it. All right, so let me continue so I don't make this video so long.
Leaving the club all upset because you feel like your partner has fucked half the club already. Is that going to erase some red flags and make you insecure in the future? I mean, what you thought he was...
Y'all really think people insecure and shit because they don't like you being a hoe? That's interesting. That's really interesting to me. Y'all really think like that's y'all putting that off on like y'all see that's narcissistic. Y'all see what I'm talking about? They put all of it off on the next person. There's no responsibility I gotta take. There's no, yeah, I shouldn't have messed around with my friends or whatever, but we became friends or whatever, and these are the people I love, and we've been friends for years. Like there's no explanation. There's no like nothing to be respected about what he's saying. There's no care about this other person that you don't even like. Are you dealing with somebody or are you not? Like I don't see any care for how they felt in the situation, if they even wanted to be in this situation. What is going on here? Like it's all this, you know, I'm rightfully so in whatever I've done in my past and who I am, and if you can't accept me, then move around. That's what y'all need to say instead of trying to say that the nigga's insecure and intimidated. That has nothing to do with what you're talking about. Either the nigga accepts you for who you are or he doesn't. Let's quit trying to pull at people's character and heartstrings and shit because you're feeling inadequate. Because niggas ain't wanting you because you's a slut. And you done been passed around. And you loose and your name is known. Some people don't want that. You have to be okay with that. You can't be mad because people don't want to accept the walk of life that you've walked in. Nigga, y'all got life fucked up. Your past is not just your past. Nigga, that's who you are. Your past created who the fuck you are today. If your past never mattered, nigga, you wouldn't have to give no fucking job history when you go get a job. You wouldn't have to give no motherfucking rental. They wouldn't check your rental history and your credit when you go get apartments and none of that, nigga. Miss me. Y'all got life fucked up. The same shit applies with relationships. Y'all really need to get y'all's mind right, bro. Like straight up. Y'all are not living in reality. Everything else in the world goes off of your past previous payment history, your past previous credit history, your past previous everything. When you go to the doctor, they ask how many people have you slept with? They ask that shit for a reason. Why are y'all acting like we're all supposed to accept that we're in a different world just because you want to believe that you want to create a different world? Anyway, let's continue.
Was doing before you came along, sitting and waiting on you? The truth of the matter is this: you cannot control what your partner did before you. And you cannot.
Here's the deal. I done already said in my video about body counts. No, you don't expect the person to have been sitting there waiting on you because everybody has a past. Yes, that's true. However, if I don't need to know it, and that's what people don't realize. Y'all gay niggas want to bring y'all's past around y'all's present all the time and wonder why it's an issue for you. You supposed to leave the past in the past when it comes to this shit right here. You know what I'm saying? And then y'all don't leave it, but then y'all don't want somebody to pay attention to it. How can I not pay attention to your past, or how can I ignore your past if it's there in my face all the time? You shouldn't have coworkers that you're friends with that you fucked. You shouldn't have anybody in your friend circle that you fucked. You shouldn't be still talking to exes. Why is that difficult to understand? And why is that hard to do? Because you're fucking too much. You're sleeping with too many people. So it's hard for you to. That's the reason why y'all want it to be accepted. Let's just keep it 100. Y'all want this to be accepted because you know that it's impossible for you to have a fucking community or circle or people around you who you ain't slept with. So you have to find someone to accept that shit. All right, well, guess what? I'm going to break it to you. Based off of what homie said, the only options that you got based on statistics in this lifestyle, my nigga, with you already not being the most traditionally attractive, but you're not ugly. Okay, so we'll go and say, all right, you're an average nigga. I wouldn't say you're necessarily masculine or feminine, so I'll say you're like a butch queen type of nigga, right? All right, cool. So you might have some money, right? All right, cool. Maybe a good career, a single man, got his own crib, car, all that shit, right? Cool. All right, cool. So now, what you most likely are gonna get with this shit that you just said would be a nigga that is a hoe just like you. So I'm guessing you might be a bottom or versatile. He gonna be a top or versatile, right? He gonna be a hoe just like you, and then we gonna have to see if you accept him for the same way that he accepts you. Cause that's the only way that this is gonna work. Y'all gotta know that y'all gotta also accept your equals, and that's where y'all a lot of y'all fucking up at too. I don't say the shit that I say because, nigga, The reason why I don't want no nigga that got been fucked by hella niggas. Have I been fucked by hella niggas? No. See, that's where y'all fuck up in this gay community with this being versatile shit. See, if you a verse nigga and you been fucked the hell a lot, you can't even judge a nigga for being fucked a lot. You can't even be like, I don't want a nigga to be fucked a lot. You see how he said in the beginning, like, you can't hold someone, you shouldn't be holding nobody to the high standard of not being a hoe because mostly everybody was. Well, you can if you're not. And that's why I know that this is because you all need people to accept you for not being shit, bro. I'm just gonna keep it G. I'm not saying that you're a not shit person. I'm not saying that you have no value on you. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is you haven't done the work on yourself and you want somebody to accept you for all your fuck shit and all your baggage. I'll read straight through that shit. Oh, and then that last part where he said about like, oh, it doesn't matter what his past is, he's yours now. Like as if this nigga's a prize. Boy, stop it. You just really tried to like throw sugar on top of all that bullshit and put that cherry on the top of that fuck cake like that, bro. No. What do you mean he's yours now, so it doesn't matter? So now you got all the baggage of all these niggas that done fucked him. All the baggage of all his past experiences have been hurt before. All his traumas. And possibly you might have to accept this nigga having HIV or something. And you mean to tell me, oh, it's okay, he's yours now? My nigga, wake up. I literally had a homeboy that I had to stop fucking being friends with. This ain't even got just to do with the nigga that you fuck with. This can also be your friends that cut you off for this shit. I had a homeboy that I was trying to be real, I was like starting a friendship with, right? This nigga, we try to go out one night. This nigga, we go out, we go in the club. He was already nervous about going in the club, talking about how there's niggas in here that he think that he probably fucked with and all this other shit. I'm like, bro, don't even worry about that. We all didn't got that or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And I was just like, well, why is he so worried about it? I'm about to tell y'all why though. But basically we go into the club, right? Why the fuck this nigga, I'm getting in the groove, I'm playing pool and shit, I'm getting drinks, I'm getting in the groove, I'm getting ready to kick it. This nigga talking about, oh, I don't want to go, I don't want to be in here no more, let's go. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I go out there with him just to talk to him and see what's going on. This nigga gonna tell me he don't want to go and he don't want to stay in the club because there's like 3 niggas in there that is hanging out together. The 3 niggas, he was like the 3 dudes that was over there in the corner over there. Like I fucked with them, and I was like, all 3 of them, and he was like, yeah, and I was like, damn, like, so we can't fucking stay here and party because you got fucking niggas in here you done fuck, and he's just like, yeah, I don't want to be here. I'm uncomfortable. Like this shit is like. Then he got to talking to me about how these niggas did, like each nigga did him and all this other shit. And I'm just thinking to myself, you trying to justify how niggas did you, but they rightfully did you like that because you're a fucking hoe. Why the fuck did you fuck all 3 of these niggas and you knew that they were friends? You were introduced to one of them by the other one. You had already smashed him. He introduced you to his friends and then you fuck his friends. And now you're sitting up here trying to act like somebody done did something to you. Like, this is the insanity that I'm talking about in this community, bro. And yes, the dudes were tops, and he's versatile, right? But in my opinion, a bottom. You know what I'm saying? And so you're like, I'm like, wait a minute. There's like, I was like, well, there wasn't nobody in that night that I had fucked, but I was thinking I have been in the club before with niggas that I done smashed, and I never gave a fuck. And I'm like, why does this nigga care? The reason why he cares is because he's a bottom. This is why bottoming and topping is different. Alright? It comes with a different mindset. Besides all the other shit that I done talked about in my other videos, bottoms know subconsciously that something's not okay with what they do, because if that was the case, he wouldn't have gave a fuck, just like me. I don't give a fuck because I don't think there's nothing wrong. Nigga, y'all want to let me smash and not talk to me no more and I move on to the next nigga or whatever? Okay. That's on y'all. You know what I'm saying? But as a bottom, you getting smashed by niggas. You ain't in a relationship with these niggas. You see these niggas out, nothing. You ain't had nothing with these niggas. You just been a bust down. This nigga felt embarrassed because you know that these niggas are sitting over there laughing at you, bruh. These niggas are sitting over there like... You smash this nigga? Oh yeah, I smashed this nigga too, bro. Like, hell yeah, this nigga, oh fucking old hoe ass nigga. Like, yeah, tops, we talk like that. We talk about y'all like that. And he knew that that's what they was over there talking about. He probably saw them laughing and shit. So he got all fucking intimidated since we want to talk shit. You know what I'm saying? Just because motherfuckers don't want to accept you. That's a real intimidated right there. All right. So, yeah, I had to quit. I was like, I'm not going out with you no more. Like, I'm not doing none of this no more with you. I'm cool on you. You can't be no club friend, none of that. Like, nigga, nah. Like, so being a hoe can also ruin friendships. All right. So, yeah, that's all I got to say about this one, y'all. Y'all know what to do. Hit that like button, subscribe, and hit my comments up. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.